Most B2B teams don't actually have a pipeline problem. What they actually have is a buying committee problem. For most people, Q1 is awesome. Pipeline is up, budgets are open, people are buying, everything's great. But then we get into Q2 and things come to a screeching halt. For most people that we talk with, as they look at their deals, they're actually only talking to maybe 1 or 2 people instead of the entire buying committee. And the challenge is if you're only talking to 1 to 2 people, especially in Q2 when summer hits, everybody goes on vacation. So you're one champion, they don't want to meet the week before their vacation because they're prepping for a vacation. They don't meet during their vacation because they're on vacation. They don't want to meet the week after their vacation because they just got back. So now you're delayed by 3 weeks. And by the time they actually get to the end of that 3rd week, they're really starting to question if they even need you at all. There's a lovely phrase that if a problem solves itself without your involvement, was it ever really a problem? And often people can start to feel that way because they get away from the pain and the problem. Things slow down. They forget about how painful it was when they were really in the thick of it. And as a result, they don't feel like they need you anymore. Not only are your champions going on vacation, sometimes finance goes on vacation. Sometimes procurement goes on vacation. So all of a sudden, you now have this staggering rolling week over week over week where suddenly the deal that's supposed to close at the end of May doesn't close until August, or honestly doesn't close at all. So here's the easiest way to solve this. First, use a tool like Clay to actually get the entire buying committee engaged. How you do that is you first map out the buying committee. And what I recommend doing is looking back at all your deals and all your call records and everything that you've got to identify who actually has to say yes for this deal to move forward. Again, the average buying decision in B2B is somewhere between 8 and 14 folks. So if you're looking at, I only know 2 people that are involved, you're missing 75% of the buying committee. Then get down to the person level. So don't leave it at persona level, but actually identify who is the person that needs to be involved here. Once you've nailed that, then identify for these people, what do they need to hear in order to move forward? You can start with persona level messaging here, but really where you get pretty great results is by further personalizing to the person. And then lastly, here's align your distribution channels. So most people in sales or in sales cycle are only using email. They may be only using the live calls. Easy for sales is to also then use LinkedIn, but even better is partner with marketing. Actually start running ad programs towards this larger buying committee. The story that I always share is we've had over 400 sales cycles in the past 3 years over here at Scrappy ABM. And every single one of them, the CFO has been involved. I've spoken to 3 of them. That means that we are not speaking to directly 397 CFOs, but I can give my buyers content that helps make the case to their CFO. I can also just make video content or case study content and run ads to the finance departments of my sales cycles as a way of multi-threading these accounts far more effectively. So again, most marketing teams are running marketing campaigns. Many sales teams are running sales campaigns. Very few are running effective multi-threading programs that partner marketing and sales together in sales cycles to make sure that people are actually accelerated to a close. So if your pipeline is slowing in Q2, I want to be super clear. First, you're not alone. And second, you actually don't need more leads like you probably think. What you actually need is a more effectively coordinated multi-threading program between marketing and sales that gets the entire buying committee involved and engaged. And if you want help doing that, go check out Clay.